Hello, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Welcome to your January 2020 Oracle Tarot reading with me. Oh my gosh, it's a new year, it's a new decade. I can't believe it's a new decade. Alright, so for your general theme for the month, we're going to use the Zodiac deck. We have Mars reversed and Libra reversed. Okay. I'm going to use the Mystic Mundra deck in both your week by week and for your theme cards. I'm actually bringing out some tarot cards as well. I usually keep these to be just straight up oracle readings with no tarot, but I'm using some tarot cards this time. Also, I'm just going to tell you, because you can probably tell, or you will be able to tell by the end of the video, at least, I have a cold. So, if you hear me sniffling, or I have to pause to take care of my nose, all that fun stuff, yeah. You can be prepared for that, because it's probably going to happen. Alright, I'm going to use the color card. You have Rose, attract a relationship. Okay. Tarot, that's happening in the theme, yes. There we go. And the crystal cards. Okay. So, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for January 2020, please. Okay. We have the Judgment card, the Tower reversed, and nine of coins reverse. Check those out in just a minute. Whoa. Alright. Crystal card for the water signs, please. There we go. Amethyst is your crystal card. Cool. Alright. So we have Mars and Libra showing up both reverse. Reverse indicates a blockage or imbalance with these energies. But I do feel like it's showing up that way because part of the theme in January for you is healing these blockages and moving through them. Especially because we have the Justice card showing up, or the Judgment card showing up in the 7th house. It has to do with justice and fairness and balancing things out. So, let's see. Your energy, your motivation, your drive, and your passions, as well as libido would fall under that as well. Some sort of blockage or imbalance to one or more of those areas may have been going on previously towards the end of the year in 2019. And you could see major transformation with it occurring in January. Or you might still be feeling some of that in January, but I definitely, and we'll get more into it in the cards, but I definitely so far see and feel like you are moving forward with it. You are healing some things and getting out of any blockages there. Let me look at your tarot cards next. No. After the Mystic Mundra card. Okay. So with this deck, I feel a need to add a little disclaimer. I'm not necessarily recommending that you do yoga or this yoga pose. I'm just showing you the cards, reading the affirmation. If you choose to do yoga or put yourself into this yoga sauntra, that needs to be on your authority. Please check with any necessary healthcare professionals. It is called shoulder stand pose. That's come up, and it says, I speak my truth and the universe supports me. Okay. Now I'm going to look at your tarot cards. So we have two major arcana cards showing up for you. We have Judgment card, and we have the Tower card in reverse. It's nice if the Tower card's going to show up. It's nice to see it in reverse for me, honestly. It's all the cards have their light and their shadow side to them, but the Tower card can be very very much a shake things up energy, and sometimes it involves destruction when it's right side up. But in reverse, it's a little more mellow. It's usually coming out of that energy, I think. Um, let's take a look at them. We have Judgment right side up. In my notes. Yeah, Judgment's talking about a realization or an evaluation of something. So you might be kind of evaluating how you want to go forward. It's a brand new year. And you might be doing this in general, or it might be certain areas of your life. It might be certain things about yourself or within yourself, or certain patterns of yours. So there's some evaluation going on. There's perhaps a realization of something, or more than one thing as well. We have the amethyst crystal card here, and this is a higher chakra card. You know, it vibrates to the frequency of the third eye and the crown chakra. So definitely possible to have insights or like light bulbs kind of go off on your head, in your head, like sudden awarenesses, insights, and realizations. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Let me take a look at that. So we have the messages, the three of them together here. Reverse talks about a lack of teamwork, disorganization, and group conflict. Okay, and the Tower reverse, my notes actually don't sound that positive with that either. The Tower reverse talks about entrapment, old ways, and losses. But I feel like this is more a reflective energy for most of you, of something that's happened in the past, or maybe it's a pattern that you've had within yourself, and then you've also seen it in your life manifest, you know, probably over and over, at least a few times, where something occurs and you wind up feeling entrapped in some way, or there are losses, you know, like a bad investment. But it looks like the theme, what's actually being talked about here, I think for most of you this January, is you're having a realization or a greater understanding about what happened or what kept happening. And that's going to empower you to be able to change things, I think. We have, let's see, I speak my truth and the universe supports me. We have Rose, attract a relationship, and we have Amethyst. So I'm going to read Amethyst, but before I do, you know, there was that message about a lack of teamwork showing up here. So for some of you, you could have been trying to do things kind of independently and all on your own when the universe was trying to get you to work with others. And there was a lack of teamwork in something, and that sort of brought about its destruction or its the losses. So with the Rose card here, attract a relationship, I feel like the universe is saying you have the power right now in January. I mean, you probably always do, but it's highlighting it as a message for us with this reading for January. You have the power to attract helpful, mutually beneficial relationships to yourself. And it's asking, you know, like, what do you want in that relationship? It could be a romantic relationship or partnership, but it could also be talking about, like, what kind of clients do you want to attract to yourself, or what kind of boss do you want to work for? Maybe it's about attracting a friendship. So whatever type of relationship it is, I do feel like it's asking you to understand what it is you want, what would be useful, and then to actually do that to attract the relationship so you can work together in partnerships, Libra, with others, and help bring justice to yourself, perhaps, with this like old pattern that you're tired of. Okay, by working together and having better teamwork skills. For some of you, there's a message there. Alright, I'm looking, yeah, there is my crystal book. Alright, so amethyst says number 17. Cool, I'm right there. Its keyword is inner peace. Yeah, and Libra is actually the sign of peace as well. Mars reverse would indicate a lack of peace. Because Mars reverse can indicate like aggression, aggravation, frustration, listlessness, not being able to get motivated, feeling drained energetically, and all of that stuff. So inner peace is a highlighted message here too from our spirit guides about your January, recommending you to try to gain inner peace, maintain inner peace, appreciate peace, and that can bring more peace into your external world as well, and it can help heal partnership issues, marriage issues, energetic issues, like I was mentioning with Mars there, and just more enjoyment and health too, being better in balance. And alright, so the soul path for this crystal says developing unshakable inner peace. Its healing insight is letting go of cravings leads to inner freedom and creates well-being. Amethyst is a powerful protector, purifier, and natural tranquilizer. Amethyst calms the mind and balances extremes. Yeah, because Mars out of balance can lead to extremes. That Tower card, if it was right side up, it would be talking about extremes. I don't feel like it's something extreme, so, hopefully it's nothing extreme for you guys going on in January that would be hard to deal with, because the Tower card reverse, I feel like it's not really talking about the extreme sort of shocking or like destruction that can be associated with the Tower right side up, yet it still holds some of that kind of unpleasant negative energy. Anyway, back to the book. The divination reads, release self-defeating programs. Do not rely on others. You create anything you set your mind to. Be shrewd in business dealings. Pay attention to your family. An honest verdict and success in a court case are possible. Maintain your integrity and let the universe decide. Okay, and self-understanding says you have an addictive personality. Make a concerted effort to overcome such behavior or obsessions of any kind and avoid overindulgence. Balance work and play. You are prone to excess in both. Understanding hidden causes of compulsive actions brings peace. Hand your will over to your soul and allow your spirituality to flourish. So that message is for some of you. I wouldn't, it's not necessarily everyone listening to this is going to have an addictive personality, but maybe you've sort of been having the pendulum swing from one side to another kind of quickly lately, or maybe you do have an addictive personality, and part of the theme coming up with January is balancing it out a little bit, mellowing it out, being honest with yourself, and bringing more balance into your life. It's also talking about understanding the hidden causes to any compulsive actions, and taking a spiritual path, letting your soul handle it rather than trying to consciously handle it. It's an element of surrender and return to spirituality here. So spirituality, healing of the third eye and the crown chakra for some perhaps comes up too. Bringing more balance into your life seems to be one of the biggest messages here. I speak my truth and the universe supports me came up too. So if, you can use that affirmation if you choose to write it, say it, sing it, however you want to use it. It may be very helpful, or somewhat helpful at least. So it's pointing towards reinforcing or instilling the belief within your mind that you communicate the truth to the universe, to your higher self, perhaps to others as well, like that you communicate clearly, that you're communicating your truth, and the universe is supporting you. The universe supports you in communicating your truth and speaking your truth. You're supported and safe in speaking your truth, communicating your truth. Okay, so that's part of the theme. Alright, let's take a look at your week by week. So, for the week by week, I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle. I'm going to use the Little Reminders Law of Attraction deck, the Earth Magic deck, or Earth Wisdom, I forget which one it is. It is the Earth Magic, okay. Earth Magic, Mystic Mudra, color cards. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. These are approximate week by weeks. The energies they're kind of flowing like water itself. So you may see some of number 1 showing up in week 2 and so on. That could have been resolutions, too, for you that you have for yourself, and the universe is saying, okay, let's do it. You can do it. Like, I'll notice your progress. If you were wanting to sort of nip any compulsive behaviors in the butt and rebalance yourself. Whoops. And the Earth Magic deck. We have a flying card. I'm just going to read it as an extra card. Maybe it's a theme card for January. Let's see. Happy New Year. I think I said that in your video, but my mind's a little foggy. I get this cold going on and whatever. So I just want to make sure I'm saying Happy New Year to you. Alright. The card that came out was Spring Equinox Rebirth. So, yeah, it's a new year. It's a new decade. Okay? And there is a rebirth going on. There's transition, there's rebirth. I feel like, too, perhaps there's like phases to it, and something that you're starting now, you're really going to see the results of, or there's going to be some sort of like evaluation of it, or like a checkpoint or a new phase that starts up with the beginning of spring, you know. That might be for some of you and not for others. I'm not sure. There's our flying card. My nose is getting horrible. Sun's going down. Yours is definitely going to have to be the last one for today. So let's see what we have in the cards here. Hi, kitty. You trying to take over for me because I'm sick? You would do something like that, wouldn't you? You're a little sweetheart. Alright, so you have the ash tree reversed. You have mauve, enjoy clear hearing. Dragonfly, emergence, motivation. Staff pose. Staff pose reads, through my struggles I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. So you might actually be noticing that, observing that, and seeing that happen this week, you know, as like newness is emerging, a new cycle is emerging. For some of you, you're putting it, you can be, at least, or you may, you know, be putting it into motion. Putting a new cycle into motion. You could use this affirmation to help you to do that. Through my struggles, I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. Let me read the ash tree for a little more clarity here, and then we'll go back into these other ones. The ash tree, where is the tree? Okay, here we go. Somewhere right in here. The right section, I think. Now I do. Its keyword is mastery. And it reads, is your life lacking sweetness? Perhaps you are working too hard or you are taking life too seriously. Try to introduce at least one enjoyable activity into each day and cultivate your relationships with the people around you. Alright, so it is talking about cultivating relationships with people around you right from the get-go in the first week. The motivation card says, I am motivated and motivated people help me to improve my finances. So for some of you, this could be related to finances. Maybe you're burnt out because you're like hourly wage, you're not making enough per hour for your situation, or you're taking on a lot of extra work, or I don't know. There's something about finding it could be connected to more than just finances, or it might not apply to you for finances. But for some of you, it's connected to finances, and there's something about connecting with the right people, finding people who are motivated to help you improve your finances. Okay. Yeah, because it's saying that you might be working too hard or you're taking life too seriously. So finding something of enjoyment to do daily, setting yourself up to meet people who will vibrate at a similar frequency to you, a frequency of being motivated. We had that Mars reversed energy showing up for you too, I think. That was yours, right? The theme card. I've got them down here. I'll check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mars and Libra. Yeah. So some of you may have been feeling like you're having a hard time getting motivated or staying motivated. And Spirit's saying, okay, I think the solution is setting the intent to be motivated, and also connecting with motivated people so you guys can have that rub off on each other, you know, and reinforce that within within one another. Sorry. So enjoy clear hearing, Mauve. Your intuition, your instincts, your actual hearing might be intensified right now. This can also be like hearing the inner child or hearing your inner voice, picking up on subtle messages from the universe. Okay, hearing what you need to hear from your superconscious, your subconscious, in your dreams, from spirit. You get out in nature or you tune in and pay attention. So also, you know, I feel like pay attention to what you're hearing, what's being said, messages that are coming through sound waves this week. Okay, it's part of the message. So yeah, Dragonfly shows up, message of a whole new year, whole new beginning. It's emerging. Looks like you're working on healing that Mars and Libra thing right from the get-go. So we have Black Elder showing up reversed. We have Bow Pose. I love myself and trust in my higher power. I am fearless and strong. Amber, awaken your creativity. Eagle, communion, and receptivity. Receptivity's affirmation is, I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve. The blessings that I deserve. I know that was muffled because of my nose. Some of you may have closed yourself off in the past to receiving because of past pain, past hurt. You didn't like what you were receiving. You had an open heart, an open mind at one point, and the universe brought you something and it hurt you. And you decided to close yourself off. So this week, the message from the guides has to do with reopening or expanding the openness of your mind and your heart. We have that Eagle Communion card. This talks about like connecting, being in the present moment and connecting with spirit, connecting with nature, being mindful and really connecting on a spiritual level, being present and paying attention. There is an element here of water energy, of like kind of like a subtle sixth sense sort of energy, like your intuition being really heightened, or something like that. The super conscious, you know, you sort of being able to touch it with your consciousness and vice versa. We have awaken your creativity, Amber. So it looks like it's a good time to be creative, to feel good about being creative and your creative energy. Yeah, and stand in your power. Let's look at the Black Elder card. I feel confident. Black Elder. And you should, if you're paying attention, you know, if you're doing your best to pay attention, to work on yourself, to be open-minded, open-hearted, you have good intentions, you should feel good about yourself and stand in your power and feel free to create, be creative. Alright, Black Elder, where are you hiding? I think it's right around here. There we go. Abundance is its keyword. And it reads, do not take anything purely at its face value. What at first seems like a simple situation will soon reveal itself to have many complex facets, so it is neither all good nor all bad. Learn to see the light and shade in everything around you. Okay, let's take a look at the third week.
Montezuma Cypress, Child's Pose, Support, purple. Okay, so here we have, third eye, crown chakra color here, purple. Ocean Ebb and Flow. Alright, so the affirmation on the support card is, I surround myself with supportive people who believe in my dreams. A lot of your theme for this month really seems to be about good, healthy connections with others that are helpful. Okay, mutually beneficial, I think. I surround myself with supportive people who believe in my dreams. Developmental clarity, ebb and flow, and child's pose. Child's pose says, I see my inner child and I know it is an important part of me. Alright, let me take a look at the tree card. Oh, no, I thought I opened right to it. Close. Its keyword is solidity. And it says, are you feeling bogged down by worries and difficulties? Learn to focus your attention on whatever is most important to you or to the situation, and don't dilute your power by concentrating on trivial matters. Okay, so here's another thing I didn't bring up with the theme, but Libra is an air sign, so it is a sign of thoughts and thinking and the mental realm and communication. So here Spirit's guiding you, asking you to release some of the worries and difficulties and avoid overly mentally taxing yourself and bogging yourself down and creating a lot of distractions in order to really focus on one or two, one thing at a time, but yeah, and be in the present moment, focus on one thing at a time, but also to kind of prioritize and really give your attention to your top priorities, perhaps a little more. Okay, and avoid giving your energy to things that are trivial. Okay, it'll bring you more clarity, I think, and you can use the color purple too in your visualizations in your life, what you're wearing, meditations to help you develop mental clarity, and not just mental clarity, but like deeper spiritual understanding, like that communion card. I keep feeling that, like there's the super conscious touching the conscious. So yeah, you have the ability to really channel your higher self, I think, this month, and really channel in some potent, like, arrow energy, if that makes sense. Like, you have the ability to just really, like, arch that arrow back and aim it and have some serious power behind it. Um, but you gotta have your target, and you gotta be focused on one target at a time. For some of you, that message might resonate. That might be the way to put it. So ebb and flow, suggests things coming and going, It's like you'll probably have income, but at the same time you'll have expenses. There'll be times when you're talking with your friends or you're with your friends, but there'll be times when you need space. And there's an ebb and flow to things. Hopefully it's not like a pendulum and it's just that obsessive, that compulsion thing that came up, and instead it's a process from getting to point A to point B. So hopefully that makes sense, right? I also feel like there's an element here of really self-love too this week, and like appreciating yourself in your entirety, knowing that your inner child is an important part of you, and sending it love, but really not just your inner child, but all of you make up one complete whole. Alright, let's take a look at the fourth and final week for January. We have Monterey Pine. Okay, that's actually the page that I came to before, and I thought it was the other tree. So I do feel like there's some sort of message here from Spirit about that. The third and the fourth week may kind of run together, or this tree card may also have a message. Its message may start for you in the third week. Just see how that plays out for you on a personal level. We have sleeping angle pose showing up. This picture's really neat. Its affirmation says, I speak my truth and allow the universe to light my way. You have rainbow, connect to spirit and nature. You have rain, purification. And generosity. That affirmation says, money is positive energy and it allows me to be generous to others. Let me take a look at the tree card. Its keyword is purpose, and it says, let yourself be guided by your inner sense of purpose. Know what you have to do and then focus on it. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by superficial tasks or diversions that waste your time and effort. There's an element this week, especially, but general too, but especially this week, there's an element here about appreciating and valuing your own time and energy. And, a message from the guides is to spend some time out in nature, connect to the spirit of nature. You're a part of nature. So kind of recharging your batteries, revitalizing yourself, just enjoying nature. I feel like it can be very healing, very healing, very cleansing, help you to cleanse away some of that mental chatter, clutter that could become a distraction and get in your way. And help you have greater clarity. And there's also an element here about how your faith could be increasing this week. That I speak my truth and allow the universe to light my way. You believe that the universe is lighting your way, and you're able to better trust your instincts now that you've cleansed off the distractions, and you're focusing. I think also with the generosity card showing up here, it's about you believing in generosity and the generosity of others, the generosity of the universe, you being able to find what you need, that there's, loving, kind energy out there, and your navigational system can work just fine. You can get to the right people or situations or resources or whatever you need to refill your cup. And once you've refilled your cup, the universe, it looks like, is asking you to also, be generous to others. And it's not just money, it's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual, but you have to empty the cups for them to get refilled with fresh stuff, right? So the distractions, the busy mind thing, we go in we empty our cup through meditation or through connecting with nature, through relaxation, through letting it go. Letting the busyness go, surrendering it to the universe, to faith, to destiny. And then we can think more clearly, and new ideas, new insights, that kind of stuff will come to us. It's the same with all of it, with our emotions, with resources and the tangible things as well. message I'm getting anyway. So, like your emotions, like if you're holding on to pain and resentment and anger and frustration and you're letting it circle and cycle around in your head, it might be like bringing in forgiveness, making peace with it, releasing it, say, you know what, I'm not going to hold a grudge anymore. I'm not going to be angry anymore because it's a waste of energy. It's distracting me from my purpose. It's distracting me from being happy. There could be like other emotions that could be coming in, but I'm, holding on to this negative stuff. So you have to let the negative stuff go before the positive stuff can find you. And it can be the same on a physical level too. If you got a bunch of trash and you haven't taken your recycling out and there's clutter and if your home needs cleaning and stuff like that, and then you start losing hours at work, sometimes it's connected. Those kinds of things are connected. So, it's just talking about like, and they'll interconnect too sometimes. When you have like a cluttered living space, sometimes your mind will be more cluttered, and you can like clean your living space, and your mind feels more like clear and light. Your emotions, you feel an uplift in your emotions. So that's something to keep in mind too. So they can be interconnected. Looks very powerful this last week, and really lovely. So hopefully you hit that vibration for, the whole month. I hope you have a wonderful month. But this higher level thing, it makes me really curious about what comes next with February. All right, water signs, take care, be well. Happy January, happy New Year, happy new decade. Talk to you soon. Take care, be well, bye bye.